Black Lives Matter and others that support them did what they usually do. They went on a rampage, burning stores down and battling police. Young Kyle Rittenhouse grabbed his rifle and took to the streets along with a few others to protect Kenosha's businesses. He was confronted by rioters who attacked him, beating him around the head. He fired in self-defense. When the smoke cleared, 2 rioters were dead and another injured. Kyle was hailed as a hero by some, but many others vilified him. Whoopi Goldberg called him a murderer, even after he was acquitted and absolved. LeBron James called him a liar. And Kyle says Joe Biden called him a white supremacist. Well, he's not going to take it anymore. He's threatening lawsuits against all these people and has launched a new program to fight back against media lies called the Media Accountability Project. And Kyle Rittenhouse joins me now. Good to have you on, my friend, Kyle. We're going to get to the media stuff in just a minute, if you don't mind. I'd love to hear what you're thinking, when you watch what's going on in Ukraine, when the Ukrainian government literally has to hand out 18,000 automatic weapons, Kalashnikovs, to young people as young as 18 years old to defend herself. What comes to mind to you, and specifically regarding the Second Amendment here?
Thank you for having me. I don't know much about the Ukraine stuff going on right now. I've been focused on other things. I try not to pay much attention to the media. But I believe everybody has the right to the Second Amendment. The Second Amendment saved me. I believe in self-defense, which is part of the Second Amendment. People said that I wasn't legally allowed to have that gun, which is false. I believe people are allowed to have weapons under the law with the self-defense that our Constitution gave us.
Yeah, okay, Kyle. So we had this discussion in the producer meeting this morning. We're like, so the Second Amendment protects yourself, the right to bear arms against a militia, and it doesn't necessarily mean your own militia. So I'm thinking over there in Ukraine. So you got Russians coming at you. You better hope you have a right to bear arms and protect yourself. So I was just relating it to that. So I think you have become it's kind of the poster boy for Second Amendment rights in America, and that is a very popular place to be.
Well, self-defense is a human right that everybody is allowed to use. Self-defense is something that our Constitution gave us.
Yeah. All right. So let's talk about these lawsuits that you're thinking about with LeBron James, Whoopi Goldberg, and maybe are you going to sue the President of the United States?
The President of the United States called me a white supremacist, and I tried reaching out to him 5 times to have an interview, but he was too cowardly to sit down and talk to me. So we may be sending him a letter.
What would the letter say?
I want him to apologize. What he said was wrong. I want him to sit down with me, and I want him to learn the facts of what happened. And
moving on to LeBron James and Whoopi Goldberg, you have an issue with them. Tell us about that.
Whoopi Goldberg, after I was acquitted, went on The View to call me a murderer. She said that I was a murderer, and that's not true. A jury of my peers agreed with me that I acted in self-defense. I'm going to be dealing with Whoopi Goldberg in a courtroom, and I'm going to hit them where it hurts, their bank accounts.
And LeBron at one point said that you were faking your tears throughout the trial. What's the message to LeBron James?
LeBron, I wasn't faking my tears. Let's sit down and have a conversation, LeBron James. I'll tell you everything you need to know. I used to be a fan of you, LeBron.
All right. So tell us now about this media accountability project you're about to launch. What's the purpose? What are you going after?
Well, the Media Accountability Project, the team and I, for Team App, are going to hold the worst offenders in the media accountable who lied about me, who called me a white supremacist, who said my mother drove me there, who said I crossed state lines with a gun, who called me they're the worst offenders in the media, but who said my mother drove me there. Sorry, I lost track of my thought. There's just so much that they said and defamed me about. It's overwhelming. There's so much we have, and how they think they can get away with this, it's ridiculous.
So, Kyle, I want to just put all this news aside for a minute and talk to you as a young man. How you doing? How are you? I mean, you've been through so much. How are you personally?
I'm doing good right now. I'm starting college in about a month, about 3 weeks. I'm learning to be a pilot. Me and my dog start search and rescue training in the summer. I've just been trying to live life and just try to be normal as possible.
Is that possible, Kyle? You know, can you just live life? You're 19, 20 years old. You've been through all of this. Everyone recognizes you. What's it like? Do you walk down the street and people say that's Kyle Rittenhouse? Is it positive? Is it negative? Is it mixed? Give us a sense of that.
All the time, mostly positive, but with what the media did to me, I can't live a normal life. And everybody expects me to sit down and be quiet, but no, I'm not going to be quiet. I'm going to be loud because I don't want anybody to have to go through what I have to go through. I have to look over my shoulder constantly because people think I cross state lines with a gun. They think I'm a white supremacist. There's people that think I shot black people because of the reporting on my case, and it's false.
And what does Kyle Rittenhouse do now? Do you still have a gun? At one point, do you still want to be a cop? I think you want to be a law enforcement officer at one point. Is that still in your future?
I don't want to be a cop anymore. I want to be a criminal defense attorney. I want to defend people.
There you go. There you go, Kyle. There you go. Way to go. All right, Kyle Rittenhouse, always good to talk to you, friend, and we'll bring you back again sometime soon. You want to be a cop anymore, want to be a lawyer. I love it. I gotta love it. Kyle Rittenhouse, everybody, thank you so much.
Thank you for having me. And if anybody has a chance, can they donate to the Media Accountability Project, tmap.org, to join this battle and help hold the worst offenders accountable. Thank you so much.
There you go. Maybe you got a media career ahead of you too, my young man, my young friend. Thank you, Kyle.